Hello guys, it has been a while since I've been filming because I've been doing a lot of other stuff, and I've definitely had time because I've been watching a lot of Shane Dawson, the dark side of Jake Paul, so I definitely have time. I just need to make it a priority. So I'm here, I'm going to do a little college update about how Brown has been so far, what I've been doing, and a little bit of the tea. So let's go. So I guess first we're going to talk about academics, like studies, because at the end of the day, you're at university for your books. Then I guess we'll talk about social life and then just extra stuff. So let's start with academics. So I'm taking CS 15, which is Intro to Object-Oriented Programming in Java. Principles of Econ. I just have notes here. I can't even remember what classes I have. Principles of Economics, which is the basic econ, linear algebra, and Intro to Creative Nonfiction for my English. So I guess let's start with CS. That was a struggle for a while. So I am a gym person, and the gym's often full, especially when you have few squat racks and everyone's trying to get on them. The only place more full than the gym at all times during the day is the CIT. I go into the Sun Lab, which is a computer lab, to get a computer, and it's ridiculous. I'm out here fighting for a computer and then having issues logging in and then having issues coding, and then I can't debug and I have to wait in the TA line for TA hours for 2 hours. And yeah, it was a mess for a long time, but I think I might be on that little J curve. So what happened is the first two assignments were pretty simple. First one, struggle. Second one was nearly the death of me. But the third one, I was coding and I was getting things to pop up, and when you have that moment when you do the bare minimum and you're oh my gosh, I'm amazing. That's what happened on the third project. So we're getting our fourth project tomorrow, which I'm nervous about but also excited because I want to see, maybe I'm a little coding queen or whatever. And then for Principles of Econ, I don't know if you saw my day in life at Brown, but I know people are don't skip class, you're paying for this, but I gave a lot of reasons in that video why. So I don't quite go to that class. I really just use that time to do other things, work on other things or do other things I'm more interested in and that would I'd value more. So I really go to that, and I remember taking the midterm, I was thinking, oh my gosh, here's the day where we figure out if I need to go back to class, and I figure out I definitely do not. So yeah. For linear algebra, we have a midterm coming up. I actually was so nervous about the class coming in, but I don't know if any of you have taken linear algebra, but first of all, the book is fire, so that's great. And the homework isn't too difficult, it's just it really helps to, solidify what you've learned. But if you've ever taken linear algebra, at least where I'm at, if I don't ever know what to do, I just throw that stuff in a matrix and row reduce that stuff. So for English is I'm personally more of a STEM person, but I'm not full STEM. No, I do a little liberal artsy balance, which is why I'm at Brown. So the English class is really cool. I've just never really done that stuff before, which I guess is a good thing because you're supposed to be growing and learning, and the teacher's super engaging. Overall, academically, everything is pretty good. Yeah, so now let's get into a little bit of the juicy stuff. So social life. So it's college, and a lot of people are just really into partying. But after being at boarding school, I realized, hey, maybe I should just do things that, I want to do. So I don't go to parties, but it's just very frustrating because everyone's very much in that freshman FOMO stage where they're we need to find a party, it's Thursday night. Do your work, honey. So that can be a little frustrating. So I'm just waiting until they get these early bloomers bloom. Overall, it's just been really nice to just focus on myself and improve myself during my few, oh my gosh, it's only been a little over a month. It feels a lot longer. Let's talk about some extra stuff. First of all, if you see the background, I've become a plant mom. Okay, so first of all, these roses were the only ones that I could salvage from the beautiful this color. I think it's like a fuchsia. Yeah, those died on me so quick. They bloomed and they were super pretty. I will insert a picture. So pretty. Because my mom sent me a bunch of roses for my birthday. So pretty. But then they just died so fast. I just have these few hanging because I know that when you hang flowers, they last forever. So tip for plant people. I'm like very excited. And then these light pink roses, which actually have taken like a long time to bloom, but they're lasting longer, which is good. And I'm probably gonna hang a few of those too, so they can also last forever. And then I also have a little Christmas cactus, which this is my first plant. And then Pinterest came and they had a little CS event, and you know I had to go. Why? Because they said they were making succulents. Like, look at this one. Look at the stripes. What? And then this one, like, how can you not? It's so cute. And I did that for free. So I became a plant mom. Just very excited about that. That was a very far aside, but I'm very excited about that. So clubs, I would say clubs, first of all, if you're a freshman, great way to make friends and meet people, because it's like a much smaller group than like your dorm and like lectures. So I'm just in a bunch of different clubs, like women in business, Black in business, women in CS, Mosaic, which is underrepresented groups in CS, and a bunch of different things. And so, you know, it's nice to just like have clubs, and it's kind of nice to just have stuff after class to just give yourself a little bit of homework break while still being productive. So yesterday, literally 12 o'clock, I finished with my team the .72 case competition. It's a stock pitch competition. Never done a stock pitch. I just wanted to learn about it. It was so intense, and I like nearly died. It was just so much work. It was ridiculous. And they had so many tiny requirements. They're like, you need to have like each slide numbered with your like team name. I'm also trying to learn Corda, which is a blockchain for business thing, which a startup told me about. Anyway, it's kind of like, it's interesting, lectures are interesting, but the issue is they teach it in Kotlin, and I'm like, but you can also do like this Corda, like blockchain coding in Java. I don't know if any of you are coders, but what the hell is Kotlin, and why would you teach your course in Kotlin when you teach it in Java? Like, what is that? That makes zero sense. So, I'll give you a little clip from like these freaking
The transaction proposer can calculate this alpha state.
His accent is nice though, so I guess.
Because this is simple, they can literally just write the numbers to.
And I like to go to a lot of like the cool events, like the cool company events. Like the reason I entered the .72 competition was because I had like some more intimate lunch with .72, and they seemed like such a cool company. I was like, okay, let me just try it out. So that was cool. I also went to this like Startup at Brown event where a bunch of startups came, and they were super enthusiastic because first I went to the career fair, which first of all was amazing. I did talk to a few cool companies, but most of all, this water bottle, I have no vases, so that's why my roses are in water bottles. But this water bottle and that water bottle, I just took them to career fair. So, and I also got 2 Bluetooth speakers from the career fair. So Startup at Brown was just like super cool because these startups are like so into like recruiting and like talking about what they were doing. So those are things I'm pursuing. I hope this update was entertaining or informative if you're like taking any of the classes I'm taking. I don't know. I hope to be back on YouTube more. I probably will be now that I'm done with that .72 case competition. But I will see you guys later. I'm talking super fast because I kind of have a lot of stuff to do today. So bye!
To the required amount.